Hello, Soul Family. Happy Thursday. This is January the 13th, 2022. And again, it is Thursday. I am so delighted to be here with you all today. Thank you so much for being a part of my soul family. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your soul family. I'm so proud of how much we've accomplished and how we've hung in there during this war that's going on right now. But I came before you today because I wanted to discuss what it means to have an abundance mindset. Now, an abundance mindset is the belief that there are enough resources in the world for everyone. When you have an abundance mindset, you are positive, you are powerful, you have high vibrations, and you just know. You don't even have to believe. You know that there is more than enough. There's a surplus of resources. There is a surplus of food, water, clothing, shelter, love, peace, joy, enough for everybody to thrive and win. When you have an abundance mindset, you don't even have to compete for anything because there's more than enough. Over here on this channel, we have an abundance mindset and we're positive. So sometimes I hear people say, "Oh, you're just feeding a bunch of hopium." And I'm thinking, what's the antithesis of hope? That would be despair. Why would we want to thrive in despair? We wouldn't, and we don't over here. We abound in abundance, and we can see opportunities in almost every situation. Now, those of us who are really good at manifesting can see the opportunities in every situation. So, family, it's important for me to say that we must maintain an abundance mindset because there is so much going on. Okay, so we have to stay positive and keep our vibrations high. As I've said in some of my older videos, the beings that had colonized the planet did a whole lot to keep our vibrations low. They did it through the music, they did it through wars, they did it through the finances to make sure people stay poor. They did it through so many the systems, medicine. They took our food and did so much to our food. And what they did is they created all of these paradigms to keep our vibrations low so that we can emit despair and so that we can be sad and live in fear. Because when you do that, you emit from your being something called loosh. And that is a negative, low vibrational energy, which these beings actually ate. So they fed off of those vibrations. So we said that is not going to be us. We do not consent to those paradigms. We have high vibrations here because we know that the earth is abundant and the fullness thereof. We know that the universal creators made sure there was enough on this planet. We also realize that droughts, deserts, most of them are man-made. There's plenty of water, and those waters are going to come back. We just have to be patient, or we need to start digging those wells. Okay, now let's talk about the news that's out today. Have mercy, have mercy. Just when I said yesterday that the National Guard was deployed now in at least 30 states, I got contacted that it was 31 states. Somebody, like a couple people contacted me, said, no, it's now 31 states, sister girl. And then this morning, this afternoon, someone said, you need to double check that because it looks like it's now 48 states. 48 states now that have National Guard deployed on the grounds. So I encourage you to go to the website www.nationalguard.mil/the C word, CRONAV. I don't want to spell it out and get flagged. But this is important to note because when I had encouraged people to look it up before, they would look it up and they would only find articles for 2020. And it looked like I was making this up. Family, I really do my best to do my due diligence. You have to go to the National Guard website. Now, I try to post the link several times on my YouTube channel, but every time I do, it gets taken down miraculously, mysteriously. So I know it's very, very bright here. You probably can see the sun. Oh, I love living in the free state of Florida. But you have to look at the National Guard website because they don't want us to know that this is going on. Now, it looks like on the surface, the reason why National Guard is being deployed is to help with this pandemic and the V word that's running rampant and the moronic variants of that. But you can never trust them when they say that. You know, they don't want us to panic. And it's interesting. I'm smiling right now because somebody on my Instagram page was like really upset with me. Like, you need to post more truthful information. You're just lying. All the information is out from 2020. And I had to say, darling, I told you to go to the National Guard website. And you know what? The wonderful thing about the creator and the universe is you will always have something that come out that will confirm what you said, right? So today, look what comes out. Newsweek.com on an article. President, you know who, or number 46, announced on Thursday today the deployment of more than 720 National Guard members and amid the growing C-19 surge, adding to the more than 23,000 currently deployed. So he just added 720 National Guard members amid what's going on in our country, adding to more than 23,000 currently deployed. Now, you mean to tell me we already have the National Guard deployed on the grounds? Of course we do. We told you this. So many of you have even confirmed that in your states you've seen more troops on the ground. You've seen airplanes in the sky, more military airplanes. Something is up. But we have an abundance mentality. We're positive, and we know that the best thing for us to do is to be proactive, to plan ahead before something comes up, to plan ahead before people become nervous and start to make a mad dash to the grocery stores, before the opposing CCP who overtook the left tries to start a false flag event or create a black swan event. We already know that we should be prepared. So family, this is happening. Get what you need in order. We don't know what they intend to do. Now, what I do know is that there's going to be a speech on Saturday, January the 15th. At least it's been planned that number 45, or excuse me, formerly known as 45, now known as number 19, because our republic has been restored. He is giving a speech on January 15th, which is this Saturday, or a Sabbath, the Creator's rest day, if you grew up in a Hebrew or Jewish tradition. And I think that's exciting. I'm so happy that he postponed it from January the 6th to January the 15th, because we didn't need him mixed up on that inside job insurgent deal that went on January the 6th. We know it wasn't number 19 supporters that marched into the Capitol and did all this stuff, because the police were standing down and they allowed it to happen. Come on, give me a break. Over here, we are prepared. So again, you can find that article on Newsweek. The title says more than 23,000 National Guardsmen currently deployed to help with the sea surge. Now, the last time the National Guard was deployed, they also told us it was to help with, the shutdown and everything. But I had written an article even before that happened and said, listen, my sources and my mentor told us to be prepared years before this time and said National Guard would be deployed that there would be a national state of an emergency, that there would be a black swan event. A black swan event is something that rarely occurs, something catastrophic. They always do this in order to destroy the old monetary system and old paradigms and usher in a new reality. Now, this is important for us who have an abundance mentality because in every dark situation, you can see an opportunity. Okay? What the adversary means for your harm, the creator will make something come out of it for your good. And if you are a creator like I am, you will co-create a beautiful, amazing reality. So, troops may be on the ground, but we have to be vigilant and diligent. Keep our emotions in check, stay calm, and stay prepared because we're also proactive. What else is going on? Go to flightaware.com/live, LIVE/canceled. And what that is a live update of all the flights that have been canceled. You all need to look at this website and please keep refreshing your screen because when I first looked at this 20 minutes ago, it was 4,000 flights canceled. Now, today, it says total delays today, 5,060. Total delays within, into, or out of the United States today, 1,210. Total cancellations today, 2,333. Total cancellations within, into, or out of the United States, 425. And that's up today, right now, Thursday, the January the 13th at 2:48 p.m. Let me just refresh this and see what happens. Okay, looks like the numbers are still the same. It's important for you to know this so that you can plan ahead, right? We're proactive. We think ahead. We gather all the knowledge and information and we do what we need to do in order to be able to sustain ourselves and take care of our families during this time. So we know that troops are being deployed on the ground. We know that flights are being canceled. And we know that 45 is speaking on Saturday. Speaking of 45 speaking on Saturday, they also said it's going to be a wonderful concert, the Concert of the Dead, where a lot of entertainers, athletes, and otherwise people or leaders who had allegedly died in the past over the years and decades, who were working with the white hats to actually dismantle this disruptive, cruel, wicked system. They were in witness protection and had to fake their deaths in order to be protected. Some of them may come out during this concert on the 15th. We'll see. This is what I'm hearing. Also, keep in mind that the 17th is Martin Luther King's birthday celebration. Isn't it something that it happens on the 17th? 17 for us is a very important number. 1 plus 7 equals 8. And 8 is the number of abundance and prosperity. How you know that, Pruitt? I know that because my life path number is the number 8. So when you understand your life path number, then you know how your life will probably look, and you know how to create abundance and all these other things around your life. You know how to move. But the number 8 is the number of abundance. Beside that, the number 17 is also Q, for the 17th letter. Woo! I'm so excited. So you mean to tell me we are at the 13th? And by the way, 13 is a very important number. 13 in ancient times, before the dark nefarious beings took over that number and told you to be afraid, it's a bad luck number. 13 13 actually is the number of prosperity and abundance, as well as the number 8. Look at the number 13. It actually looks like a B or a number 8. It's the same thing. It is the number of peace, power, and prosperity. So when you know that, you know today is an amazing number. It's a good luck number. It's a number of abundance and prosperity. So think about what it is you desire to see in your new reality. Think about what it is you desire to co-create during this new time. Okay? So the old system is crashing. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are new. I John looked, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, and behold, all things, the old things were passed away. You see what I mean by having an abundance mindset? You see opportunity in all things. And finally, what I desire to tell you is we know that there's a food shortage. Allegedly, it's a food crisis, I should say. And that's because there's a supply chain crisis. But this is all man made and manufactured. Again, there is enough food for everybody. We know that the earth is abundant. We know that there's enough water and food. But the nefarious beings that have been in charge have created an alleged food shortage. Walmarts are closing down. Grocery stores are closing down. Retail centers are closing down. Listen, so much is going down. If you look up the Business Insider Walmart closings, you will see an article that says Walmart has been quietly closing stores. Here's the full list, and it gives you all of the stores. Walmart is closing or has already closed at least 22 stores in the United States and Canada this year. The U.S. stores include Walmart Supercenter and neighborhood market stores in Arizona, California, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Washington, and the list goes on and on. Now, on the surface, that looks like a bad thing. These stores are closing down. What are we gonna do? But family, we've already been told that Walmart and some of these other places were actually created to be concentration camps. Because if HRC had won instead of Mr. T, then they had planned to even annihilate more of us than they already have. And they had planned to take those bodies, put them underneath the Walmart camp, underground underneath the Walmart stores. And those of us who would not comply because we realize that we're sovereign, we have reign over our lives, they had planned to put us in concentration camps too. Underneath Walmart, they say that there are whole elaborate systems, cities, and concentration camps. So goodbye, good riddance, Mr. Walton and company. Listen, family, this is an opportunity for us to create our own grocery stores. If you are my age, I'm a woman of a certain age. I probably have told you all how old I am. Middle-aged woman. If you are my age or older, you remember having a neighborhood grocery store. You remember having somebody who grew up with your parents have a grocery store, a shoe repair store, a dentist's office, a doctor's office. Somebody else had a little schoolhouse where they taught right in the community. You had your own banks. You had so much going on. Your own cleaners owned by the people right in your community, right in your neighborhood. Until these great big conglomerates, or whatever you call them, came, took over these stores, raised the taxes in the community, and also put in our minds that these shops were somehow all of a sudden too small, not good enough for us. We needed to go to the big store that was owned by billionaires and patronize them, right? But family, we have an abundance mindset and we see this as an opportunity. There is somebody right now in your family who can sow. who is waiting for the opportunity to open up her or his own shop, to be a tailor and a proud seamstress right in your community. This is a wonderful opportunity. We don't need Walmart to bake our goods. Your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, them, they can bake. They just didn't have the opportunity to have their own stores. Mwah! Goodbye, Walmart. Good riddance, retail stores. Auntie Susie, May May, Cree Cree, Shawanda, Ella May, Miss Susan, Joseph, Douglas, Raphael, all them. They can sew. But remember, we made fun of them when we were in high school. Some of us that were on the college track, maybe I should say I did. Shame on me. Oh no, they're going to get a vocation. I'm going to college. And don't get me wrong, I do not bemoan my college degree. I love my institutions that I attended: Shawnee State University for a bachelor's, Marshall University for 2 masters, and the University of Louisville, a Research One institution for my PhD. So I'm not bemoaning that. What I am saying is you have cooks, chefs, bakers, farmers, people, mechanics, people who can do your oil change. We don't need Walmart. Let them close. Don't you know that at the end of every empire, stores close, businesses close? Also, in the monetary system, they rack up the debt, they print a lot of money, and then they destroy that system and return to a gold-backed system. Friends and family, soul family, star seeds, lovelies, welcome to the golden age. You and I are so blessed, and happy and grateful to be here during this time, and fortunate to be able to keep the vibrations of our planet high, to encourage our sisters and brothers to look for opportunities in every situation. Okay? Now, I think it's interesting that we have food shortages. You can look up articles because of the supply chain shortages that we have. But the Florida governor told those ships that were stuck in California, listen, you don't have to stay stuck in California because it's been overtaken by the Communist Party. We have ports all over Florida. Come here. Do you see what I mean by having an abundance mentality, looking for opportunities? They will be able to come here, and you who have seeds, because some of you still do, can grow them. You who are farmers, you have an opportunity to use your green thumb to create farms. Now, you might be saying, Dr. Pruitt, this sounds great, but where's the money flowing? The National Economic Security and Reformation Act was signed into law covertly or secretly and quietly in 2001. It was supposed to come out earlier than that, but it was signed into law in 2001. This money comes from several trusts, from the Rodriguez Trust, from trusts in the Philippines, from ancient Chinese dynasties that are not a part of the Communist Party, from gold that has been founded in the pyramids right here in America, because this is really Egypt. This isn't really the great Moorish dynasty. It's coming from the Saint Germain Trust and many, many other trusts where ascended masters and what else do you say? Dynasties have amassed gold, and they have said for centuries, from the time that the bad reptilians and bad Anunnakis and nefarious beings came here to colonize the planet and steal our gold, these dynasties, these ascended masters said, I'm going to store up wealth for such a time when the people are ready to be liberated. We're now ready because we're tired of the shenanigans. So this National